I never thought my downfall would come from someone I trusted with every piece of my soul. When the headlines hit, when the screenshots went viral, when strangers judged me based on half-truths and twisted words, it felt like my life was collapsing in real time. But the worst part wasn't the public. It was knowing that the person who leaked everything, the one who turned my private confessions into weapons, was my closest friend, my so-called confidant. My name is Daniel Mercher, and if you've ever been betrayed by someone you thought you could trust with your life, lean in, because my story isn't just about losing everything. It's about how I took it all back, live, for the world to see. I met Evan Blake in college. From the first day, he had this energy, sharp, magnetic, the kind of guy who walked into a room and instantly owned it. People gravitated toward him. I wasn't like that. I was quieter, deliberate, the one who thought twice before speaking. Maybe that's why we clicked. He was the storm, I was the anchor. We studied journalism together, late nights in the library, swapping dreams about exposing corruption, chasing truth, changing the world. When I landed my first job at a major online publication, Evan was the first person I called. He toasted me with cheap whiskey in our cramped apartment and said, "We're going to run this industry, Mercer, together." I believed him. Years passed, and I built a reputation as a sharp, principled journalist. Not the loudest voice, but a respected one. I had an audience, credibility, even love. Sophie, my partner, believed in me more than I believed in myself. And through it all, Evan was there, my sounding board, my brother in arms. Every frustration, every fear, every late-night rant, I poured into him. Texts, DMs, voice notes. He knew me better than anyone. Or so I thought. It started small. A leaked message here, a private joke twisted out of context there. I brushed it off as coincidence. Maybe my account got hacked, maybe someone overheard. But then came the avalanche. Screenshots, pages of my private conversations plastered across Twitter, Instagram, forums. Messages where I vented about editors, where I admitted insecurities, where I said things in anger I never meant for public eyes. Stripped of context, they painted me as arrogant, bitter, even unethical. One morning I woke up to see my name trending, not for an article I'd written, but for being exposed. Hashtags mocking me, threads dissecting every word, strangers calling me a fraud. My career took the hit first. Sponsors pulled out, editors distanced themselves, readers questioned my integrity. Then came the personal blow. Sophie. She saw messages I'd written years ago, in moments of weakness, complaining about her during a rough patch. She looked at me with eyes I didn't recognize anymore. Hurt, betrayed, disgusted. Within a week, I'd lost my job. Within a month, I'd lost her. And still, I didn't know who had done it. I spiraled. Friends stopped answering my calls. Family didn't know what to say. I spent nights scrolling through the wreckage, reading strangers' judgments of my life. And then, one evening, I saw it. A screenshot that hadn't been public before. A message I'd only ever sent to one person. Evan. My stomach dropped. I confronted him the next day. We met at our old cafe, the one where we'd spent years planning futures. He looked me dead in the eye and denied it. Smooth, calm, like he was the victim of my paranoia. "Dan, you're seeing ghosts," he said. "You're broken, and you're trying to drag me down with you." For a moment, I almost believed him. That was Evan's gift. He could make lies sound like gospel. But deep down, I knew. How do you fight someone who holds all your secrets? Someone who knows every weakness, every flaw, every word you've ever said in confidence. I wrestled with it. Do I stay silent, let the world believe the worst of me, and protect what little privacy I had left? Or do I risk everything, expose him, and fight back, even if it meant burning what remained of my reputation? It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about truth, about justice, about every person who's ever been stabbed in the back by someone they trusted. I chose to fight. I couldn't just accuse Evan without proof. He'd spin it, make me look even more paranoid, more unstable. I needed a trap. So I baited him. I sent him a carefully crafted message, something harmless, but phrased to sound scandalous if taken out of context. I told him about a big scoop I was working on, hinted at a source inside City Hall, even dropped a fake quote that could stir outrage. I knew Evan couldn't resist. And I was right. Within 24 hours, the message appeared online, word for word. The same phrasing, the same fabricated details. Except this time, I was ready. I had screenshots of our private chat, metadata, timestamps, all proving the leak came from him. Now it was time for the stage. Evan loved the spotlight. He thrived on panels, podcasts, live streams, any chance to flaunt his charisma. So when he hosted a live Q&A on Instagram, basking in the attention of hundreds of viewers, I joined. My heart hammered as I typed in the comments, "Tell them how you leaked my messages, Evan." The chat exploded. People demanded answers. Evan laughed it off at first, playing coy, charming the audience. "Dan's here, everyone. Poor guy's still obsessed with me." That's when I dropped the proof. Screenshot after screenshot, receipts spilling into the live feed. Viewers saw the private chat where I baited him, the identical post that leaked the next day, the trail leading straight back to his account. Gasps flooded the comments, accusations, betrayal laid bare in real time. Evan's smile faltered, his voice shook. He tried to deflect, to claim hacking, fabrication, anything, but the avalanche had turned. For once, his charm couldn't save him. The audience that once adored him now tore him apart, live. And I sat there, watching the man who ruined me unravel under the same public gaze he'd weaponized against me. That was my victory. Did it fix everything? No. Sophie didn't come back. My career didn't magically restore overnight. But the narrative shifted. People saw me not as a fraud, but as a survivor of betrayal. Offers trickled back. Readers defended me. And most importantly, Evan, my betrayer, was finished. His reputation, his connections, his following, they evaporated. I still carry the scars. I still hesitate before trusting anyone new. But I also carry a truth stronger than any lie. Sometimes the people closest to you can break you the hardest. And sometimes the only way to take back your power is to expose them in the same light they tried to drown you in. So, if you've ever had your trust shattered, your secrets twisted against you, remember this. Betrayal isn't the end. It's the fire that forges you. My name is Daniel Mercer, and I am not defined by the friend who broke me. I am defined by the moment I broke free. This story may be over, but the betrayals never stop. Like this video, share it with your circle, and subscribe to Chronicles of Family Betrayal so you don't miss what's coming next. Another shocking story is just one click away below.